Hey everybody, I wanted to go through a real quick tutorial on how to do our new electronic timesheets. They're not overly complicated, but there are a few little bits and pieces that you have to make sure you've entered properly so that the right codes are sent to the district office and ultimately you get the money on your paycheck at the end of the month. So first thing we do is we start off going to Frontline and signing in. Now, in the past, we've always used Frontline to put in for subs or to put in for an absence. So that's usually what comes up on your very front screen. So you're going to go over here to the left-hand corner. You're going to hit the drop down and you're going to go to Time and Attendance. Once here, we're going to click on the Timesheet button. Okay, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click, and I'm going to say add a timesheet. And I'm going to say, oh, let's do it for Sunday. Now, this is a real important drop down. Click on here, and this is where some people get confused. So let me go through each one of these. This is your normal 6.5 hour day. You just kind of ignore that top one. The next one down, extra duty ed services. Okay, that one is if you are doing a professional development outside of class or school hours. Just recently we had all the collabs where we were meeting with like 6th grade throughout the whole district. That's a professional development. The district office is paying for that to happen. So you would click on extra duty ed services. Ed services, district office paying. Okay. The next one down, extra duty elementary classroom teacher. This is if you are doing something for the school over and above your duty day, and Jessica or Kelly have asked you to do something, so the school would be paying for the extra time. That's when you would click extra duty elementary classroom teacher. Okay, so school paying for it, elementary classroom teacher. The last one is probably the one we use the most, and that's extra duty SPED. If you are doing an IEP after the duty hours for your own students, for SDC students, etc., then special ed is paying for it, and you click on extra duty SPED. Okay, so let's quickly go back through those. Extra duty ed services means the district office is paying. Extra duty elementary classroom teacher means Callison is paying. Extra duty SPED, IEPs, that means special ed is paying. So I'm going to fill it out as if special ed was doing it. So I'm going to do SPED. Then we click on OK. So we get this timesheet form to fill out. Under my duration, for some reason it puts in my phone number. I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to put 1 hour. Okay, notice it's in that, I guess it's military time, 24-hour time, 1:00. If it was for 30 minutes, 0:30. Okay. Then I'm going to insert a comment. IEP for SDC student. If it was for my own student, I would put IEP for TM, the student's initials. I would not put the student's name in, but you can put the student's initials in. Check. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I'm being paid 30 minutes. Okay. The account, you don't worry about that at all. Down here where it says timesheet comment, whatever I've put here, I always put down here. IEP for SDC student. Then I check, yep, 30 minutes. I'm doing great so far. Okay. Now I'm going to save my changes. There's a biggie, save the changes. So I'm saving my changes. After I've saved my changes, then you need to make sure you hit submit. Okay, now, again, this is another one of those little spots. You've got to make sure you do all the right little clicks. So here's what I put in for Sunday, one timesheet. I click continue. Again, IEP for SDC student. I try to keep everything exactly the same. I have to spell for properly. And then you have to click this little square right here. When I was speaking with Christina, she says a lot of people forget that. You have to click on here certifying that you truly did this, okay? The other part that some people forget is this digitally sign using your PIN. I have my computer automatically know my PIN, but if you don't, then you have to make sure you type that in there, okay? You were given a PIN when we first started all this craziness. If not, back on one of the other form, and I can show you, you can change your PIN. But anyways, you have to make sure that you have that digitally signed using your PIN. Excuse me. Then you submit your timesheet. Okay. So now I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, there's my duration, 30 minutes, 30, extra duty time. Yay! All right, now if you just want to make sure, did it go in? You can go to reports, work detail, and this is going to have everything. So there it is, Gene Carlson extra duty sped for 30 minutes. And if you scroll down, you can even see this is for the month of May, or for the first week in May. I only have 32 hours and 30 minutes with no extra duty. If I wanted to change this, okay, I can come up here and say, okay, let's make sure all my timesheets are in for April. And I can look down, there's some extra duty pay, kind of going through, and you would know whatever extra duty you've put in, just kind of make sure it's all there. All right. That's all there is to it. It's just you have to make sure you have all those little boxes clicked. I'm going to go back to home. And the one other thing, if you wanted to make sure, if you wanted to change your PIN, this is the spot, the place to do that. Alrighty, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, call me, text me, whatever you need to do, so that you get everything put in properly. Okay? That's it. Have a good evening.